Welcome to Jodela Fashion Guide. I am Chi Joy. Today's video we are going to be learning about the measuring tape, what they call the tape measure. Now the tape has two sides, the inches side and the centimeter side. Here, in some countries they make use of the inches more, like Nigeria, Ghana, some other places. While some persons are more used to the centimeter side. So whichever measurement you are sent, assuming someone sent you a measurement in centimeter, all you simply need to do is just to convert it to inches on your tape. For example, if they give you, let's say, a waist of 90 centimeter, waist 90 centimeter, you just simply put your hand there or mark it and turn it to the other side, and that will give you about 35 1/8 inches. So I don't know when you get your, when they send you measurement in inches and centimeter, you say, hey, how am I going to do it? So you just simply convert it on your tape. Now let's look at some characteristics of this tape. The tape has a total of 60 inches. 60 inches on the inches side, and then on the centimeter side it has 150 centimeter. Now there are some tape that are longer than this because of some measurements. Some are up to 120 inches. Now if you are taking a measurement and what you need to measure is more than the tape, what you do is that when you get to where your tape ends, just mark that place and then put your tape at the beginning again from that place. Wherever you get to, you now add it to the 60 inches. For example, if you now go to 16 extra, you now add 16 to the 60 inches, and that will give you 76 inches. So today we are going to also be learning how to read the tape. If you look at this tape, it is calibrated. This is covering the beginning part, but this is how the beginning is without. This is how the beginning is without the meter. Okay, so we assume that that place is the 0 point. So you see that the tape is, you see some markings before you get to where this one is. Some markings are here, and when you count it, you have eight spaces. And one thing with the spaces is that they are equal. They are equal. So here is 1 inch. If you look at the distance from this beginning to 1 inch and the distance between 1 and 2, they are same, so they are calibrated same. So this is 1 inch, 2 inches, 3 inches, 4 inches, and so on. So if you have a tape that the meter is there, just know that the beginning part from here is 0. So from here to here is 1 inches, 2 inches, 3 inches, and so on. Now the next we are going to look at is how to read in between these markings. These small ones, how do we read it? So let's go to the board. So here on the board, we have ruled out a sample of the tape. Okay, this. So the same thing that we have here is what we have calibrated here. If you count the space in between your tape, if you count it like I said before, you are going to have 8 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this is the starting line. This is the beginning of the tape. Okay, so from here to here is 1, from here to here 2, from here to here 3, from here to here 4, from here to here 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Now to understand this more, let's take a look at a rectangle that is shared into 8 equal parts. So this is a rectangle shared into 8 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now this is where your school fraction comes in. In primary school, secondary school, we learned about fraction. Now this is divided into 8 parts. So this is 8 over 8. And 8 into 8 is 1, 8 into 8 is 1, so which is also the same thing as 1. Now one part of it the fraction, say which fraction is shaded, is 1/8, or what we call 1/8. 1/8. So if it is 2 part that is shaded, that is 2/8. If it is 3/8. The next 4/8. Just continue like that. And of course 8/8. So if you have to read each part, so if you have to read it, this part that is shaded is 1/8 or 1/8. From here to here you have 2/8. From here to here 3/8, 4/8, and so on. And then some of these can be further reduced to their lowest term. For example, 2/8. 2/8 can be reduced to its lowest term. 2 into 2 is 1, 2 into 8 is 4. So 2/8 is also the same thing as 1/4. 3/8 remains. 4/8 can be reduced as well. 4 into 4 is 1, 4 into 8 is 2. So 4/8 is the same thing as 1/2. Another one that can be reduced is 6/8. 6/8. What can divide it? That remainder, 2. 2 into here is 3. 2 into here is 4, which is 3/4. So 6/8 is the same thing as 3/4. 4/8 is the same thing as 1/2. 2/8 is the same thing as 1/4. And 1/4 is also known as quarter. Quarter. It's known as quarter. Half. 1/2 is known as half. Is known as half. And then 3/4 is known as 3/4. 3/4. So let's come back to the tape. So we have established that this is shared into 8 equal parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are some tape that are shared up to 16. This is further divided again. But we are not going to worry ourselves about that. We just stick with the tape that we use regularly. That one is divided into 8. So note that from here to here is 1/8. This line is 1/8. Okay. This line is 2/8. This line 3/8. 4/8. 5/8. 6/8. 7/8. And of course here is 8/8. And that is why we have 1 here, because 8 divided 8 is now 1. Okay. And then we have gone to establish further that 2/8 can be further reduced to its lowest term. So 2/8, we have said that we are going to have quarter. Quarter. So 2/8 is the same thing as quarter. Okay. And then 4/8, we said when you reduce that, you're going to get half. So here is half. And then 6/8, we have established that when you reduce that, you're going to have 3/4, which is 3/4. 3/4. 3/4. Here is quarter, here is half, here is 3/4. Okay. Now, another thing that we need to learn apart from the 8 is the quarter to understand. So let's rule our rectangle again. A quarter is made up of 4 parts. 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you look at the tape, 2/1/8 makes a quarter. So from here to here, a quarter. From here to here again, another quarter. From here to here, quarter. From here to here, quarter. So we have 4 quarters. Okay. So the first one is 1/4. The second 2/4. 3/4. 4/4. And of course 4/4 will give us 1. Okay, so just understand. So we have 1/4, This 2/4 can be further divided. So if you further divide it, 2 into 2 is 1, 2 into 4 is 2, so it will give us half. So 2/4 is the same thing as half, because if you look at this list, after the quarter, you find 4/8, which is also the same thing as half, because this is the line. This place divide this into 2 equal parts. This one, it divides it into 2 equal parts, so this is half. Now I've said that the distance from here to here is 1/8. From here to here is also 1/8. From here to here, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, and so on. So if you are reading from the beginning of the tape, from here, you want to read from here to here, you have 1/8 in two places, and that gives you 1/4. Okay? Because 1/8 plus 1/8. 8 to 8 is 1. You're going to have 2/8. And by the time you reduce this to the lowest term, you're going to have 1/4. Okay? So from here to here, you have 1/8 in three places. 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8, which is 3/8. So from here to here, you read it as 3/8. From here to here, 4/8, which is also the same thing as half. From here to here is 5/8. From here to here is 6/8, which is also the same thing as 3/4. From here to here, 7/8, and of course from here to here is 8/8, which is 1. Now let's go to the next segment. The same thing applies. The distance between here and here is 1/8, so this is also 1/8. And then from here to here is 2/8, which is also the same thing as quarter. From here to here is 3/8. So if you want to read it, this is 1/8. So if you want to read the tape from this beginning to this place, you read it as 1/8. 1/4. 1/4. 1/3/8. Then of course here is another half. So here becomes 1.5. 1 and 5/8. Okay, and then here is 3/4, because here is 6/8. So 1/3/4, and then here is 7/8. Okay, and so on. So that is how you read the tape. Now another thing that we need to know is fractions to decimal. Okay, because it's not all the time that your answers will be in fraction, especially if, for example, you have you are measuring a shoulder of 17 and you want to divide it by 2. Okay, so the answer, that one is very, very easy. You just know that it's 8.5. Okay, so before we go to decimal, before we look at the decimal part, let me quickly explain how to do division with the tape. How to do division. So you have a shoulder of 15 and you want to divide it by 2. What you simply do is that you go to the 15. See, from the beginning, here is 15. You simply fold your tape into 2, making sure that the tape ends at the 15 mark. This is 15 divided by 2. And you check what you have. You see that the fold ends at 8.5. So that is how to do divided by 2. So you want to do 12, let's say 10 divided by 2. You simply fold the tape. Fold it. And fold it like this. Fold it to get to the 10 inches mark. And then read the folded part. You see that it is 5. 19 divided by 2. You just take the beginning of the tape, you fold it to where you have the 19. You press here, and then you open it. You see that you have 9.5. So 9.5, you fold it. You want to do times 2. You check where the tape is going to end. You see that it ends at 19. So with the tape measure, you can do division and you can also do multiplication. Okay, 16 multiply by 2. You just place the 16, fold it into 2, then check where this beginning part will end. You see we have 32. Now if you want to do divided by 4, assuming the bust is 36, bust 36, you want to divide by 4. First of all, you fold the tape into 2, making sure that the beginning ends at 36. Okay, let me use this side for those who are beginners, making sure that this beginning part ends on 36. So this is into 2. When you get your answer, you fold again, and that becomes into 4. You put your tape, that point where you folded like this, that is where the beginning tape is going to end again, and that becomes your into 4. So by the time you now get open, you now see that you have 9. So let's see 9 in 4 places. Let's see what it's going to give us. This is 9 in 1 place. Fold it like this, making sure that the beginning. This is in 2 places. In 2 places you have 18, and then this is 4 places, you have 36. So that is how to use the tape to do division and multiplication. Let's take another example. 20 inches divided by 4. Take the beginning part, let it be on 20. The first one is divided by 2. You have 10. So you divide this one again to have divided by 4. And then you have 5. So let's say 8. 8 multiply 8 times 4. This is 8 into 2 first. We give you 16. And then the 16 into 2 give us 32. So that is how to do multiplication and division with the tape. So now let's go to decimal. So this is a fraction and decimal chart. First of all, we're going to look at the 1/8, the 2/8, and so on. The 1/8, if you divide it, you are going to have 0.125. So let's see how we arrive at that. You can use your calculator, but assuming you don't have calculator, this is how you divide it. The 1, which is the numerator, will be inside. The 8, which is the denominator, will be outside. 8 into 1 cannot. So you have 0 points, and according to maths, you add 0. 8 into 10 is 1. 1 times 8 is 8. 10 minus 8 is 2. You add 0. 2 into 20 is 2. 2 times 8, 16. 20 minus 16 is 4. Add 0 again. 8 into 40 is 5. And 5 times 8 is 40. And this will give us 0. So we'll now stop here. So 1/8 is 0.125. 0.125. That is 1/8. And then 2/8. 2/8 is 1/8 plus another 1/8. Okay. And we already established that this 2/8 is also the same thing as, if you reduce it to the lowest term, it's also the same thing as 1. 2 into 2 is 1. 2 into 8 is 4. So we have said that it's also the same thing as 1/4. So if you do the same division, you have 0.25. Now, 1/8 is also the same thing as 1/8. It's also the same thing as 1/8 plus 1/8. 1/8 plus 1/8. So this 0.125 plus another 0.125. 5 plus 5 is 10, carry 1. 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1, 5, 2. So this is where we have 0.25. Either you do it like this, or you say 0.125 multiplied by 2. And it will give us the same answer. 2 times 5, 10, carry 1. 2 times 2, 4 plus 1, 5. 2 times 1, 2. And so on. So 3/8 is 1/8 in 3 places. We have already established that. And then when you do the division, you have 0.375. So To get 3 over 8, 1 over 8 plus 2 over 8 will give us 3 over 8. So if you simply add what you have for 1 over 8 and what you have for 2 over 8, you are going to get 0.375. So let's see. We said 3 over 8 is same thing as, we say 3 over 8 is same thing as 1 over 8 plus 2 over 8. Okay, we say same thing as 1 over 8 plus 2 over 8. And 1 over 8 is 0.125. And then 2 over 8 is 0.25. So that by the time you add, you have 573. So that is how we have 0.375. It is either you do it like that or you simply multiply this by 3. You simply multiply 1 over 8 by 3. So if you multiply 0.125 times 3. 3 times 5 is 15, carry 1. 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1, 7. 3 times 3 is 3. And of course 3 times 0 is 0. So you have 0.375. And that is what we have here. So you just continue like that. 4 over 8. We have said that we can reduce it to the lowest end. This cannot be reduced. We'll leave it like that. This can be reduced. 4 over 8 is the same thing as 4 into 4 is 1, 4 into 8 is 2, the same thing as half. And if you do your multiplication, if you do your division, you're going to have 0.50. 5 over 8, you can simply divide 5 by 8 on your calculator and you're going to have 0.625. Or you can do it yourself using this method. Okay, so by the time you do the calculations, so 5 over 8 will give us 0.625. 6 over 8, if you divide it, will give us 0.75. And we have also established that this 6.8, 6 over 8 can further be divided. 2 into 6 is 3. 2 into 8 is 4. So 6 over 8, we say the same thing as 3 over 4. And if you do your division, that is 0.75. 7 over 8, that is 0.875. So that is how to read them in fraction. So let's also look at the quarter. The quarter. So we have 1 quarter, 2 quarter, 3 quarter, and of course the 4 over 4, which will give us 1, because 4 divided 4 is 1. 4 into 4, 1, so that will give us 1. And then 3 over 4, by the time you divide, you're going to have 0.75. Then 2 over 4 to the lowest end is the same thing as half, 1 over 2. And if you divide 1 by 2, you're going to have 0.5. And then the quarter, when you divide it 1 by 4, you're going to have 0.25. 4 into 1, 0. 4 into 10, 2. 2 times 4, 8. So add 0. 4 into 25. 5 times 2, 20. So 0.25. So 2 over 4 is 1 over 4 plus another 1 over 4. So 1 over 4 plus 1 over 4 will give us 2 over 4. So 0.25 plus another 0.25. 5 plus 5, 0. 10 carry 1. 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1, 5. So that is how we have 0.5. And of course, 3 over 4 is quarter plus half, or quarter plus 3 quarter. 3 over 4 is 1 over 4 plus 2 over 4. So if you add these two together, you are going to have 0.75. Okay, so that is that. So bringing them to the fraction. So we know that 1 over 8 in fraction form will give us 0.125, and 2 over 8 will give us 0.25. 3 over 8 we said it will give us 0.375. I'm going to be wiping this so that we don't mix it together. So we have 0.375. 4/8 is 0.50. 5/8, 0.625. 6/8, 0.75. 7/8, 0.875. So I hope that is clear. 1/8 is 0.125. 2/8 is 0.25. 3/8 is 0.375. 4/8 is 0.5. 4/8 is even as half. 2/8 is even as quarter. And then 5/8 is 0.625. 6/8 is 0.75. And 6/8 is the same thing as 3/4. So when you are reading your tape, just know that from here to here is 1/8. And after 1/8, the next part is 1/4. And then from here to here is 3/8. From here to here is half. From here to here, 5/8. From here to here, 3/4. From here to here, 7/8, and so on. So the same thing applies in all these places. So just understand this chart. Just understand it, that we are here from here to here. This 1/8 is in at 0.125. Just know that you have to know these fractions. Try to master those fractions, these decimals and fraction. You can even have a chart, that you can easily glance to. So that if, for example, you have 1.6 and you want to mark it on the tape, where are you going to mark? Because that's where some people have problem. Some persons do not have a problem. They do not have a problem with quarter, with half, or 3/4. But there's a problem when it is now 1.6. So how do you now determine 1.6 on the tape? Now for this sample tape that we are using, we've already said this is the beginning. From here to here is 1. Okay, then from here to here, you identify it. We've already identified it as half. Okay, so from here to here is half. Now, from here to here, how do you now read it? So, like we said, from here to here, 1/8. And we said this 1/8 line is 0.125. 2/8, we said that is 0.25. 3/8, we said that is 0.375. 4/8, which is seen as half, that is 0.5. And then 5/8 is 0.625. So this point, 0.625. So 158 is what you are going to use for this. So that means you place your tape from the beginning, from here, and then it will stop here. To stop on this point. So from here, from this beginning, from here to here is now 1.6. Okay, so assuming it is let's say 1.9, not up to 2. What most of us do is that we just approximate to 2. 1.9, we just simply approximate it to 2. But you know that it's not every time you approximate, because when you are approximating, you are increasing what you already have. Okay, so what you should do is to try to get the place that is close to this. So 6/8, we've already established that 6/8 is 0.75. And then 7/8, we've said that is 0.875. Okay, so 0.875. This can be approximated after 8. The next is more than 5, call it 1. So this can be approximated to 0.9. and then you now add 1. So if you want to mark 1.9 on the tape, from the beginning of the tape you have 1, and then you locate this 0.875. So 1.9 on the tape is the same thing as 1/7/8. So this is the same thing as 1/7/8. Okay, and then this on the tape, this first one that we did, 1.6, is the same thing as 1/5/8. So on the tape, you just simply, on the tape, this is 1. So you stop at the point before the 2. This point, this is where your tape is going to stop, so that you don't need to approximate it, because approximating will be increasing the value. Okay. Another example that I will be giving is when you have 1.3. 1.3. How do you mark 1.3 on the tape? (1.3). So look for what is closest to 0.3. So you have 1/8 is 0.125, 2/8 is 0.25, 3/8 is 0.375. So this is already more than. So the one that will be close to it will be 0.25. 0.25. 0.25. When you approximate it, you have 0.3. So if you want to mark it on the tape, starting from the beginning, from here to here is already 1, and then you locate the 0.25, which is the quarter. So from here to here will now be the 1.3. So that is how to read all those 1.3, 1.6, 1.9. If it is 1.7, just know that the one that has 7 is 6/8. Okay, which is here. 6/8, same thing as 3/4. So 1.7. If you want to mark 1.7 on the tape, from the beginning you will stop here. It will be 1/3/4. 1/3/4. So that is how to read that. Another thing that we need to note in measurement is that some measurement are in feet. Just know that 1 feet is 12 inches, which is about 30 to 31 centimeter. Though we do not make use of feet, it's engineers that make use of feet. They just know it that 12 inches is 1 feet. 30 cm is 1 feet. So if you, where you have the 30, this is the 30 line. If you turn it, it's not up to 12 exactly. So let's say 11, that 11/3/4. Okay. So just know that Just know that 1 feet is 30 cm, and by the time you check 30 cm, this is 30. This line, try to make it to correspond to this. So that's why they say 12, because it's very close. But actually, you do not get to exact 12. This is 30 inches. If you turn it, so you have here. So it's 11/7/8. That is 1 feet. So they just approximate. That's why they say 12 inches. So another thing that we need to learn as a fashion designer is the yardage. When you say 1 yard, 2 yards, half yard, quarter yard, 3/4 yard, how do you determine that? So that is what we just learned before we go. And please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, just press the subscribe button before you continue. Now, a yard of fabric is 36 inches. A yard is 36 inches. 36 inches. And then we say half yard. I've taught us how to divide. Simply put your tape at the beginning, at those 36 mark. So this is half yard. half yard is 18. Then quarter yard, you continue again, you put the tape at the beginning, from the beginning, put it at that point. And that will give us 9. So this is quarter, 9 inches. 18 is half. And then 18 plus another 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 27 is 3/4. So let's just quickly look at that calculation before we go. So we said 1 yard. 1 yard. 1 yard is 36 inches. So when we now say half yard, when we say quarter yard and 3/4 yard. So how do you determine that? So first of all, half yard, you simply divide 36 by half. 36. We divide it by half. That is divided by 2. We divide it by 2 to get half. We divide by 2. 2 into 3 is 1. 2 into 16 is 8. So you have 18 inches. 18 inches. So quarter, you simply divide 36 by 4. And that will give us 9 inches. That will give us 9 inches. And then 3/4, 36 times 3/4. 4 here, 1. 4 into 36 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 inches. You know in maths, when you say divided by quarter, divided by 4, is it not divided by quarter? Okay. We want to, so 4 into here 1, 4 into here 9. So that's how we have 9. 36 divided by half or divided by 2. 2. So you have 18. Okay. So 36, half yard is 36 divided by 2. Or 36 divided into 2 equal half. Quarter yard is 36 divided by 4. 3/4 yard is 36 multiplied by 3/4. Okay, so the same way that you multiply this, you can actually also multiply this. (36) times half. Okay, so you know in maths, though we are not doing mathematics, but just know how we arrive at that. Okay, 36 divided by 2 is the same as 36 times this 2 becomes 1/2. So that 2 into here is 1. 2 into 36 will now give us 18. So this is 18 inches. The same thing here. 36 divided by 4 is same as 36 times 1/4. 36 divided by 4 is same as 36 times 1/4, which is 9 inches. So know that 1 yard is 36 inches. Half yard is 18 inches. Quarter yard is 9 inches. 3/4 yard is 27 inches. Okay, I hope that is clear. 9, another 9, another 9, another 9. So this is quarter. This is 2/4, which is same thing as half. And this is 3/4. Okay, and of course the last one, 9/9. So that is how to, so you have 9, which is 9 quarter inches. This 9 is quarter, 9 inches. So 9 inches plus another 9 inches. This is quarter. Half. 9 plus 9 give us 18. This one is half. 3/4. 1, 2, 3. 9 plus 9 plus 9 will give us 27. This is 3/4. And of course, 9 plus 9 plus 9 plus 9 will now give us 36. So know that full yard, 1 yard is 36. 3/4 yard is 27. Half yard is 18. Quarter yard is 9 inches. So we have come to the end of today's video. I hope you find this video helpful. Please like this video, leave your comments on this video, let me know what you think about this video, share this video, and please subscribe to this channel so you keep seeing more of my videos, so you'll be the first to see my video each time I make a new post. Until another time again, we'll be having another video.